Roger, what kind of Brexit will we end up with?
I wish I knew. I mean, all things I think are possible. I don't believe that no deal is completely off the table. A customs union is a real possibility. It's likely we're going to have some sort of delay, I should have thought, with massive political consequences. Again, I agree with Joachim on this. I think that we're in a position now where politics is really dominant.
When we talk about Bloomberg Surveillance, I just want to say this is what we invented. Joachim Fels, we are thrilled that you're here today with a really experienced global view. And Roger, particularly to have you here in the heat of all this with your work for the Telegraph and in capital economics as well. Let me go opposite of the Telegraph and ask you, who has Mr. Corbyn's back right now? Because it's all Tory, 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 Tory. But the Labour Party, I find fascinating. Who is supporting Mr. Corbyn?
Within the party, you mean?
Within the party.
Well, I mean, he's got a small group of senior people who are supporting him. Of course, large numbers of Labour members are supporting him, Labour members in the country. And it will be thoroughly remarkable if he has a shot at becoming Prime Minister, because not that long ago, don't forget, Labour MPs were in a state of open rebellion, wanting to get rid of him because he was going to be supposedly annihilated by Mrs May. So he's in a quite remarkable position.
I mentioned this to John Micklethwaite in the last hour, and with your work as a measured voice on leave, with your work there, in the last 24 hours, what is the relationship of the elites to the rest of the United Kingdom?
Well, I think this is really dangerous now. I mean, we can concentrate debate on what sort of Brexit's going to be, delay, customs union, but I think actually we've gone much beyond that, because the Conservative Party is now in open rebellion. If Britain takes part in the European elections, the Conservative Party is going to do appallingly badly. It's going to be decimated. Mr Farage's Brexit Party is going to do extremely well. There are council elections in this country as well. Again, the Conservatives will do appallingly badly. So we're on the brink, I think, of one of those historic change, well, a revolution, in fact, in
Roger,
politics.
do we need a kind of Macron movement? If you came up with a party whose sole purpose was to remain in the EU, how would that do in European elections?
Well, we aren't there, are we? Except we've got a Labour Party that wants a second referendum, and Labour Party members want to remain. The minority of Conservatives who want to remain, the Lib Dems want to remain. I don't think we're going to get a breakaway party specifically springing up dedicated to remain. I could be wrong, but I think we are going to get a party dedicated quite particularly to Brexit.